something that's really, really helped me is saying like, okay, I know the type of person I am. I have filled to-do lists and I have these things and I like to be productive, but it's just saying like, when there's opportunity, you take it. Like, and this is like you coming on my podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate this.
I appreciate you having me on the podcast, dude.
It's not saying like, it's like, I know you have other stuff you could be doing, but choosing to come on here and maybe in terms of Rev video productions, it will put you a little, you could have spent these 2 hours doing something for them.
Something that probably wouldn't have ended up mattering.
But this I'll remember about you. This I'll speak about you.
Yeah,
it's like, so it's like, I mean, and it's...
I'm glad that I don't think you and I have ever actually sat down.
Yeah, hey, I've been wanting to sit down and talk to you for a long time, and it's like, and our freaking pride, mine and yours, it's not me calling you out, like just, like being so friggin' busy, it's like, busyness is...
To what end?
It's just an excuse for the things you don't love enough. It's like...
Yeah.
It's like, you clearly love your business so much, that's why you're putting time, and it's like a means to an end, but if the end is to have, I know there's like a multiple ends, like you like, oh, I don't want to work enough, so I also don't want to work enough. It's like, or I want to provide for, like, you probably want to provide for your girlfriend, you like love what she's doing.
Actually, to that point, she started her own business now because of like everything that I did with my business. She has her own business doing web design and branding. She did our logo, our website. Yeah. So she's got her own shit going on. She's
shout out her business.
So it's Amber Creative Co. AMBRCREATIVE and then CO. We recently just did a branding photo shoot last week. Yeah. So like shit like that, and I was like, that was something that actually was so cool because I was able to be creative without being in my business. So she rented a studio and we did like a branding photo shoot for her new like web template shop that she's doing. And it was just me and her taking photos. Like it was really fulfilling.
I mean, like you talk about your girlfriend, how she's like the greatest thing that's happened to you and stuff. And it's like, let's just play like hypothetical situations. Yeah. It's like, people always talk about love and like keeping the peace. It's like, your girlfriend loves you now when you're a nobody and you just do work. So it's like, why are you so eager to I know like you're eager to make money and to like create this good future, but if this good future comes at the sacrifice of your time and your ability to like love, then you're gonna wish and that will push more people away than making money and taking on new stress and new stuff will push relationships further away than just being happy with what you have. I don't know what I'm trying to say is I'm really struggling to say, but it's like your girlfriend's already proved to you that she'll be with you in these moments. So why are you trying to like get somewhere that's just gonna take time away from it?
That's a really good question. I guess for me, I mean, like, for one, like she believes in it and supports it, and she's one of the reasons why it's actually happened. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, like the confidence that she's given me to be able to feel like I can be a business person and I can like walk into a room full of 30-year-old realtors and deliver a presentation in front of them without stuttering once is like really what proved to me that like I'm doing the right thing. I think right now I've been consumed by it because it's in that initial phase of like getting it off the ground. But I will tell you, and I mean like the caution that you have is really valid, and that's what I don't want to happen. I don't want to sacrifice my relationships with my family, my friends, and her for that end. But I think that right now I look at it as an investment of my time to be able to spend more time later. And I know that that's feeding in. I know that that's feeding into that future state. And I know that maybe if we have this podcast, if we do a follow-up a year from now, maybe I'll say the exact same thing. And I'll own that. And I'll own that, hey, it actually, you were right. And that it's just always going to be another level. But my long-term goal with this business is either sell it or hire a CEO to be able to run it for me. And I just collect passive income and I'm able to do creative projects in which I don't have to worry about my financial stability. Because for me, and like security is like super like over talked about. And I'm like, I don't want to have the security of a 401k and working a 9 to 5 and having a career and retiring at 65. I want to retire at 35, have time with my kids, have time to be able to spend with my family. And it's like, yes, it's an investment in my time right now. And it's it does suck, but also to that point, if I died tomorrow, I probably would have a lot of regrets about what I did in the last 8 months. Yeah. I operate under the assumption that, I'm going to hypocrite myself right now. Like, I'm operating under the assumption that I'm working towards a better future for myself. And it's exactly what you said. Like, I will be happy then. And it's not like I'm thinking about it like that. It's not like I'm thinking like, oh, I'm not happy now, I have nothing. No, I'm very content. I'm very happy with where I am in life. But it's that pushing of like, I want to be more free and have more time on my hands to be able to dude, music is huge for me. I played piano my whole life. I haven't touched the piano in 2 years and I hate it and it sucks. But there's only so many hours in my day. And I'm like, if I can pack my days now, and like, most people fail. And this is a quote that got me through my grandfather's passing, is most people fail because they give up what they want most for what they want now. And it's like, what I want most is the freedom to be able to spend my time with my family and my friends and be that person where, you know, anybody can lean on me. And I do still, if anybody needs my help, if anybody calls me, like, fuck, I'm picking up, and I'm always having conversations with people that are close to me. I think also it's like, I struggle with wondering how much energy to give to other people versus how much to keep. You guys are good. And how much to keep for myself, because throughout most of my life as an extrovert and as somebody that was really, 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 really focused on, or really just trying to seek other people's approval, I realized that, you know, like, it's a two-way street. Like, I gotta have some time for myself, and I gotta have, you know, there's just a lot of things that I struggle with that, like, I know what you're saying, I know where you're coming from, just from a really, truly, like, holistically, like, beneficial way, and wanting to like see me happy. And like, I need to find a more balanced way to go about that, I think. Because I think you can't have both.
No, there's a lot you're saying, and it's like, dude, I really like respect for the way you're laying everything out, because I just feel like it's so honest, and that's
right. That's what I'm trying.
Always the goal, and I try to be like honest too, because like I'm a freaking grinder too. I spend so much time like in work. I think there's like two things that come to mind, is like being aware of what your goal is, so that when you get there, you're not just looking for the next thing.
Yeah.
Like right now, you're saying that you want to have more time, but are you gonna, when Rev Video Productions takes off and you're not in school and you have opportunities, just double down and keep building bigger? Are you gonna take those opportunities to
take those moments for
to relax, and to really hand over your baby, and to really hire people out, and to make less money so you can have more time? But then I think like this is something, because I hate just only thinking about solutions and stuff for the future. And I think what I really, really believe, because it's been true for me, and I guess I can't promise you that's true.
No,
is I really believe there's a misconception, and I mentioned this earlier, that time equals productivity and efficiency. I really believe that today you lost 2 hours because of the podcast, and you could have been working.
I didn't lose.
I really believe that the information you learned here is gonna make your life better. And so if that can happen in a podcast with me, that can also happen in a hangout with another friend, and I think that a good question to ask yourself is like, why are you trying to go so fast? Like, if you did a little bit less for Rev, would it crumble?
No. And that's a really, 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 really good point. And I think I need to relearn this lesson, because I did have a moment like that over towards the end of the summer. Danny, my girlfriend, and I went camping. 3 days. Turned my phone off the entire time. No contact with anybody. I came back on Monday, and
everything was fine. Dude,
I get this anxiety, like
she's just gonna burn, bro. If I'm like I'm coming up on a day where I don't have a podcast film, I look like, bro, the world's gonna end. But bro, no, it's not. And you know, the only one who's gonna notice that I didn't post about me. Yeah. I'm the only one who's gonna notice.
But that eats at me, though. That eats at me when I'm like, I know that I could have. Oh, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. It eats at me when I'm like, and the struggle that I have, the really big struggle that I have, and I don't know what the solution is for this, is when maybe the solution is just shutting my phone off, because that seems to be doing a lot of help. And that's another thing that we could probably say for a whole different podcast session of like how social media and like technology can negatively affect your mental health. Because dude, like I just, even on Do Not Disturb, I'll be like going to notification center. I was like, who texted me? I was like, always thinking about clients, and just giving all of my attention to the business. You're totally right. And I think I'm going to walk away from this knowing that like I need to take that time for myself. And the problem is because it's not like that I don't know that that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because I know it's a problem. It's like I feel like an addict.
Yeah.
I feel like an addict. I feel like it's working. And it's like it's not causing me enough pain in the moment to be like, I need to stop, but it's just enough pain for me to notice that like maybe I shouldn't be spending all of my time every day, all of my free time on this, because it's taking a lot out of me. Yeah. But then when I put it away and I try to pause it and I try to...
Then you feel guilty?
I feel guilty and I feel anxious and I feel this restlessness. I think a general restlessness is the best way to describe it. It's like this like... And I just like, have you had any experience with that? And like,
yeah, I've had a lot, but bro, I mean, I know you denied this statement when I first said it, but I really think that work is your idol, because what you're saying is that like when I remove work, like I feel anxious, I feel lost. It's like you're getting, and this is not you, this is America. If you talk to a new person, if we were to go meet someone right down there, the first question you would say is, what is your name? The second question would be, what do you do? Because we get our self-worth in America from our careers. That's why if you lived in Egypt and you live in the Middle East, you know what the second question would be? Who's your dad? Because they get their self-worth from their family ties. Both are bad. But just to focus specifically on America, it's like we've put so much value in our career that like our career is what defines us. Our career is like who we are. And, but again, it's like, dude, it's just, no one wants to be...
You're not going to be remembered for how hard you work. Is that what you're going to say?
I mean...
Because that's a very valid point.
But it's just like, if you're removing time on your career and then you're anxious, which happens to me, I'm not like denying it, but that means you're idolizing it. That means like it's your source of joy. It's your source of happiness. You remove it and you're like, oh gosh, it's a disaster. And
I think it's given me a very strong sense of purpose.
It's almost like it's like how nicotine, you can have a nicotine addiction. It gives you like, when you first hit it, it's like giving you the feeling, but then you have to just hit it to not feel anxious. Yeah. It's like that, but with purpose. It's like you get your sense of purpose from your job. And it's like you need your sense of purpose. So like you like keep coming back for it.
And then it ends up being a detriment or something that's holding me back or something that's
instead of like adding your job adding purpose to your life. Now it's like you need it to have purpose in your life.
Yeah. I think somewhere along the line that was something that happened, and I think that is a breakthrough right now. I think that's a breakthrough where I'm realizing that it is too much of anything can be bad.
Well, a realization you need to have is that if Rev Video Productions ended tomorrow, you got canceled for some reason, the company couldn't go on, bro, you would be just fine. You worked too hard. You would be just fine. You would pick up something, you would get it.